Hello, lovely friends. It's Gina. Welcome to the Rebookery channel. Today is episode 7 of me journaling in this monstrous mini album that started off as just a small little collection of stories of things I had done this week, around Christmas time, and is now morphed into this gigantic whole holiday album from Thanksgiving all the way up to actually to now. So I kind of am just going in order ever since I just kind of mapped out like my pages and what stories I wanted to tell and like the order they were in. So I'm literally just going to go to the very next page, and this next page is really not anything that has to do with Christmas, which I am a-okay with that. Christmas does not run my whole existence. I love Christmas. I love the holidays, but I also have real life that goes on with real life things, as I'm sure you guys do too. And I still want to tell those stories. So I'm just putting it in this album because it seems to fit well in here, since I'm already doing a whole bunch of stuff that has to do with this time of year, but it's not going to be very Christmassy, and like I said, I'm a-okay with that. In fact, I kind of like that it's not Christmassy and it's in my Christmas album. It's the rebel inside of me, I guess, coming out. So the next Christmas card I have was just one that one of my students gave me at school. And again, one of the rebel coming out of me, I actually used fabric that has little Easter bunnies on it. Or I guess just bunnies. It doesn't have to be Easter bunnies. But anyway, so yeah, I just used that fabric on this. And so I had planned that I was just going to document a couple of stories about what we did the day after Thanksgiving, because that was actually my husband's birthday. But I actually got a new toy today. I've been wanting to do this forever, and I just never did do it, but I finally got a free motion foot for my sewing machine, and I wanted to try it out. So I have been playing around with some scrap fabric. I don't know if you can see this very well, but I've been playing around with some scrap fabric using my free motion foot on my sewing machine. And I actually scored some really pretty corduroy fabric at Salvation Army today, so I kind of put that on there. I've got some plans for my corduroy fabric. It took some while to get used to using this, and I'm still practicing it, but there are a lot of YouTube tutorials out there that helped me out, and yeah, thank goodness for them, because I've literally had my sewing machine set up right next to my computer, and I would play the videos and then pause and do stuff on my machine and then go back and play the videos again. So one of the things I made was these scraps, just little scraps, like when I'm cutting fabric, you have just this teeny tiniest little trim, actually smaller than like the stuff that I have in this drawer. So like smaller than this. And there's a tutorial, and I'll actually link it below. I think her name is, the website or the YouTube channel is MadebyMarzipan, maybe. I think that's it. I'll find it and I'll link it below. But anyway, she had this really cool tutorial on how to make these collage fabric out of scraps, and you can just and she made them into quilt blocks. Well, I took it and then I thought, well, I'm going to turn it into a pocket. And so I just had a piece of cardstock, and I actually, once I made this, I actually stitched it onto the cardstock. And so this is like a little pocket, and I thought that'd be kind of cool to use in my journaling, because again, I don't have to journal about this, although this would be very cool to journal about. I don't have to journal about this. If it's in my journal, it'll just bring back memories of, oh yeah, I remember when I got that free motion, thing for my sewing machine, and I spent the whole day playing around with fabric scraps and things like that. So I'm not going to maybe document this right now, but I'm going to use some of the things that I did with it in the spread that I'm going to do today. So let me show you what I have picture-wise. Again, this is not going to be Christmassy at all. I have a picture of Catfish, I have a picture of hush puppies, and I have a picture of my dog looking out the window at my husband as he is walking to the truck from the Catfish restaurant. And this Catfish restaurant is in our hometown. We love it, and anytime we go through our hometown, we always stop and we get catfish and hush puppies and eat it either right there in the parking lot, or we eat it on the road, or we go across the street and we get a cooler and we'll eat it and then put the remainder in a cooler and get it home and feed the rest of our family. So anyway, this is documenting us going on a catfish run. The other thing I want to document is on Thanksgiving, my dog and my cat, that they don't get along very well. My dog wants to get along with the cat, but you know, the cat doesn't want to get along with him. Anyway, they actually called a truce and they were eating out of the same dish. So I kind of wanted to document that. So just very silly little things. And I'm going to try to keep to my scraps and my Christmas cards. So one of the pieces of paper that I was actually practicing on today with my free motion was just a piece of scrapbook paper. And rather than throw this away, I'm going to use my Sizzix die cut machine, and I'm going to see, I should be able to do 2 times, see what this does if I run it through there and maybe die cut it into some shapes. I don't know. We'll see how it works. All right, so my Sizzix is an older Sizzix. I probably got it in the early 2000s. And yeah, I mean, I'm not a big die cut person. I had a few dies that I really liked. I used it more for like scrapbooking, but it works great on felt and fabric. I think it's broken. I think it, through all of the years that I've had it and all the moves and all that good stuff, I think it's actually got a crack in it, but it still works pretty well, and we'll see what it does. Oh yeah, cool, cool, cool. Okay, so I've got some of my hearts that have that free motion stitching on it. And if you're not familiar with free motion stitching, it's actually it's a quilting technique where you can take your regular sewing machine and you can turn it into what's called free motion, and it doesn't have to be in lines. Whoops, sorry, I just kicked the camera. So you don't have to, in a regular sewing machine, you're limited in stitching in lines, but when you use your sewing machine with this different foot, it allows you to turn and go back and forth and around and all kinds of cool stuff. Like I said, it takes some getting used to. So I went and got one of those presser foots today, and it didn't cost very much. It was like $12. And it fit on my Singer machine, and then it fit on my Kenmore machine, which was an older machine. I think she said it would fit on my Brother machine also, but I put it on my Kenmore machine, and I did some surgery on it and kind of took some things off of it to make it work really well. So that's going to kind of be my free motion machine, and I'll just get that out whenever I want to do this crazy type of stitching. Okay, so now that I got that all out of the way, I think we'll go like this, and I just want this to be super simple, just documenting this dog and cat being goofy. Use a staple. We'll just kind of staple some fabric on here. Okay. And then my tape runner. Okay, so got my hearts on here, and now I think I want to put like a little label sticker or something here. So we'll just use that. And I think these are those, yeah, they're kind of old. Add a little extra stick to them. So I hope you guys are doing well. If you live in the United States, I hope you are keeping warm and you are not snowed in too badly. I know my daughter lives in a 100-year-old house, and their pipes froze up yesterday to their shower. So, and it's supposed to get even colder this weekend, New Year's. So yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well and you're safe and warm. I personally like the cold, but not that cold. That's a little too cold. When your pipes start freezing, that's a little too cold. Okay, so this is good. I'm just going to write a little journaling there, but I won't do it right now. I could add a little something else here. Oh, actually, you know what I could add? If I had some stickers that said peace on earth, now that would be kind of cute. Let me see if I have any. Those are cute, super, super cute stickers. I'm looking for peace on earth. I thought I had one that said that. Surely I have one that says that. I mean, what kind of Christmas stickers don't say that? Ah, there it is right there. I knew I had one. Peace on earth. Ooh, and then I really like that. Those two little friends. Let's see if I can find a place to stick that. Now these stickers are really old, so they like have barely any stick at all. That's all right. I can salvage them. We'll make them work. Okay, so here's my peace on earth. Kind of, yeah, I don't know if I like that. Kind of like that. And I could do that. Yep, that's a good idea. Okay, so this needs a lot of stick. And I'm filming this at night again, so I know I've got those harsh shadows. You guys are so sweet on your comments. One of you guys said, what are we going to do when you go back to work? Yeah, I know. I don't know. What am I going to do when I go back to work? I am loving getting up every day and knowing that I get to craft and I get to film a video and just pretty much hang out. I love that. Love it, love it. Okay, so I think I'll put that right there. Yeah, that works. And then I'll put journaling. There was one more thing I was thinking about doing. I know, I'm such a liar. I say I'm going to keep it simple, and then I keep adding things. Okay, let's do F for friendly, because that's the cat's name. And it's very ironic. He is a very unfriendly cat. My middle son was 3 years old, I think, when we captured Friendly. and he said, if we get a cat, I'm going to name him Flindley, with an L, Flindley. So we've got Flindley, and then Grover. And Grover is our dog. And our Friendly is 18 years old. And Grover is just turned 8. And then we'll put that right there. So, yep. All right, cool. So I can always go back and I'm going to write a little journaling about how they shared a meal. So that's the front side. Now I'm going to go to the back side. So this back side, I'm going to document the day after Thanksgiving. It was my husband's birthday, but we took a trip back to our hometown because we wanted to, we actually wanted to go to the cemetery. We wanted to visit. His mother passed away this summer, and so we wanted to go and visit the cemetery where she was buried. And so that was the whole reason why we went to our hometown. And then while we were there, we just kind of tooled around. We haven't lived there for 11 years now. And we both grew up there. So we have a lot of memories and stuff there. And so we just kind of drove around and looked at how things changed and looked at our old houses and stuff. And then we came back home. It was a pretty short trip. But before we came back home, we stopped at our favorite catfish place and got us some catfish. And actually, now that I think of it, I think we actually got the catfish when we got in town. So we rode around eating catfish and driving out to the cemetery. Okay, let's see how I want to do this. So I could use this pocket. I really want to use this pocket because I think it's just so darn cute, but I don't have to use it. I mean, it doesn't do anything to the story. It's not really telling the story. I could do this. Ooh, and then that would kind of hang down there. That would be kind of cool. Okay. That'd be kind of neat. And it's got the blue and the red, which is what I've been doing. And okay, so okay. So check this out. What if I have a picture of Grover on the front, or I could have a picture of the catfish on the front. That's pretty sad. Okay, I have a picture of the catfish on the front. Then I have Grover and the Hush Puppies on this piece of paper. This could be the tag. And then on the back of that, I could have journaling. That could actually work. I kind of like that. So the thing with this is I think I want to stitch this down. Oh, and what if we put a heart right there? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I want to stitch this down. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and outline the photo because I think it'll be easier now before I stitch it. Okay. All right. So let me take this over to my machine. Let me stitch it down really quickly. And I honestly could go ahead and just stitch the pocket. Yeah, I need to do that anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and stitch the pocket to this. Okay, I'll be right back. Okie dokies. I'm back. And actually, I really like the stitches on the back side of this because it's stitched right through that line right there and right through the F. So yeah, that's kind of cute. Okay, so back to this. So I need to put my pictures on here. Okay, so I'm going to use that trick of using the border, and then the border just kind of acts like, it makes it look like it's one, printed it all off the same. And then on the back, this is where I'm going to do my journaling. Okay, I don't like that unfinished edge right there, so I'm just going to add a little scrap of fabric. And I'll actually move it up just a little bit. So I just journaled about what we did that day. And then I'll just put that in here. And I can write the date right here. And then on this, I'll put my journaling here. And we'll put this in. I swear, every time I open this up, it is bigger and bigger and bigger. All right. Okay, so here was Thanksgiving. So this is still part of Thanksgiving. Ooh, I'm gonna do this real quick. Okay, and then flip it over, and there's my pocket, and there's my tag, and there's my journaling, and there's my catfish. All right, still have some more left to do, so yeah, I think I'll have to make another video. Guys, thanks for hanging out. So sorry for the total off-the-wall ramblings this time. Yeah, it's late at night. I need to go to bed is what I need to do. Anyway, have a great rest of the day, and I hope you guys do something really creative today. Love ya. Bye.